Hello fellow captains and welcome to the channel. My name is Phoenix and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of TV Star Trek news. So I apologize, I don't really have a set formula to how I do these things because this is going to be the first I'm doing it. So if I ramble and go this way and that in different directions, just please bear with me. So a lot of news has come out as of late in the last couple of weeks about Star Trek. CBS announcing season 2 of Discovery, the Picard show, and now we have the Section 31 starring Michelle Yeoh, which I will get into in a moment. The other news is Star Trek 4 has been shelved, which is my understanding is it means it will not ever be done at all. So unfortunately, John Chow, who remains optimistic, I'm sorry dude, it sounds like they just don't want to do it. Now there is the Quentin Tarantino version, which I don't think any of the original cast from the Kelvin timeline will be involved with, and that kind of does make sense. However, some topics I do want to get into. So with season 2 of Discovery coming out, we hear that season 2 will show how Michael Burnham prepares Spock for Kirk, although I don't know how she would know Kirk. And when we see the original pilot of Star Trek, the Cage, we see that Spock has been part of the Enterprise crew long before Kirk. So that's where I would understand that Spock would know how to sort of deal with Kirk. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out. Obviously, we'll have to watch season 2 of Discovery to see how well that flows or comes into play. But I'm not all that optimistic for season 2 of Discovery. I wasn't a fan of Discovery season 1 when I saw a lot of people say, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and sure enough, that did happen. It was pretty predictable and it was disappointing to see how things go. So the Picard series is one thing that I'm actually looking forward to because Patrick Stewart is an amazing actor, and it's taking place just before the 24th century, so it's 20 years after Nemesis, which is almost in line with Star Trek Online, which does start in the 24th century in 2409 or 2410, which one you prefer. So I'm happy to see something that is post TNG and post Discovery and Voyager. So hoping that this series is well done, because they have the person playing Jean-Luc Picard back again, so that is very, very awesome. And finally, let's go on with Section 31 that they announced, I believe, today. So Michelle Yeoh, I think, is an amazing actress. I loved her in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So it was an amazing movie. She plays a fabulous character in that one. The problem that I think here is two things. One is set obviously in the TOS era, which I think with Star Trek we need to move away from the TOS era. I think if we move into where the Enterprise B to Enterprise C, a post TOS era to a pre-TNG era, I think that would be a lot better. Maybe have her, maybe head of Section 31 in that case, where we're not dealing with TOS, we are dealing with a much more later era in Star Trek history, because that's one area they've touched on briefly, but they've never really done anything with the post TNG, or post TOS and pre TNG era. I would love to see something in that area just to sort of fill the gap between Kirk and Picard. I think that would be awesome to see. And the other thing, with them mentioning all these Star Trek shows that they're coming up here, we got the Section 31, we got Picard, we got Discovery, we have Lower Decks, which is supposed to be a Rick and Morty Star Trek ripoff. I'm not sorry, it's not a ripoff because the creators of Rick and Morty are actually doing it, but it's supposed to be a funny Star Trek series, which I'm actually looking forward to because I really do enjoy Star Trek puns and jokes and making fun of the series. It's you can't take yourself too seriously, otherwise you ruin the fun for everyone. And then there's supposed to be another one for kids series. With all that, I think we're going to run into Star Trek franchise fatigue. And yes, I'm excited to see Star Trek come back, but I think it's coming back in a huge way that may prevent people from actually getting excited for all these shows. Because if we have 4 shows all on CBS Access, which is another problem I'm going to discuss later, you're going to have you're going to have fatigue where someone's going to watch one series and then they're like, oh, there's another series. Oh, you know what? I want to watch something a little different right now, so I'm going to watch something else. That's what's going to happen. And so you're not going to see maybe good numbers for a bit until maybe a little later on down the road, or you may not see them at all. I don't know for sure. And the other thing is it's on CBS All Access, which for those in the States, I don't know what the cost is, but I'm pretty sure you'll get a nice discount price on it, because apparently that's what they did with Discovery. When the season 1 came out, they gave like discounts galore apparently. But the problem is it's only in the US that you get CBS All Access. I can't get that here in Canada, and I'm pretty sure people in South America or even in Europe won't be able to get it. Now, here in Canada, we do have a station called Space. They may pick it up, and they may pick up all of them and release them and show them. But for someone like me who got rid of cable or satellite, we're not going to get that. So we're going to have to find alternate means of watching these shows. So that in itself is also a problem when you limit the amount of people who can watch your stuff. So the Star Trek shorts, I could not watch them at all because they are region locked for only the US. So I can't watch it because I'm in Canada, which really divides, or is basically saying, because you live in a certain area, you can't watch this. So screw you. That's basically what I get from CBS when they do something like that. And the point of Star Trek is, to show it to everyone and get everyone involved and join this awesome community that we're in. But it seems like CBS just doesn't seem to understand what a community really is. So, but those are my thoughts, and I apologize it's not structured in a way that you probably like. But anyways, I've tried to try and mainstream my points so far. But that's going to conclude today's video, and as always, I'd love to hear from you. Are you looking forward to any of these Star Trek series? Do you think that we're going to get Star Trek franchise fatigue in any sort of way? Let me know your answers and any questions you have down in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching. Live long and prosper, and I'll see you out there.